Right. How many momos are in that melon? I think just one currently. For now. What's up, Ferret? How you doing? I'll get those numbers up one day. Yeah, don't mind me. I am going to do digging. Shocking, I know.
Hello, I like money.
Yo.
Last Guy Goat just resubbed for 33 months. 33 years later. Momoth 10 Piker Comfy.
True. 33 whole years.
Hello, I like
What
money.
Ferret
the?
underscore Earl just subscribed.
Yo. Thank you, Ferret. Thank you, Skygo. Appreciate you guys. Ferret underscore Earl. Yeah. I guess you are now Earl. Congratulations. New name just dropped. But yeah, I appreciate it. And yeah, we're chilling today. I'm pretty tired after work, but that's all right because that just means I will spend my energy chilling and digging. Yeah. And thank you for the sub, Bear. Thank you, Skygoat, for the many months of support. Hopefully you're doing well. What's up, Pixel? How you doing today? Tycho. Very nice. 7K. Oh wow, you're actually you're grinding pretty hard in Tycho. Tycho seems fun, but the horizontal scrolling hurts your eyes. Yeah, that really do be one of the. I mean, for me, like just the fact that it goes horizontal instead of vertical is the like hardest part for me. Yeah. What's up with the name change? What is up? For brand consistency. All right. You are now a flavor of tea. That is what I associate chamomile with. Also, should I refer to you as chamomile? Is this more preferable? All right. Well, what's up, chamomile? How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully everyone is doing well and ready for some digging. I'm not gonna lie, guys. My motivation for this project is way higher than it used to be. I think I'm finally starting hitting that like long project groove that I had with Osu Completion. Although I'm not gonna be dedicating nearly as much time per day. That's not happening. Ate a big dinner, now your tummy hurts. Unlucky, but also food. I love food. Long stream this fine evening? No. It's pretty late, and I am very tired from work. But I don't work tomorrow. I do not have really that many obligations tomorrow, so I could possibly do a longer stream. Not just longer, but like also earlier in the day too, most likely. I try to make Sundays the day where I stream earlier in the day. Yeah, I'm just in a normal session today. Ugh. But hey, we're starting on, I think this is like ring 11. Like we're just flying through these now. And of course we're starting with the 3x2, the dreaded 3x2 method. Although it's not too bad when I crank up the sensitivity, but it still feels slower for me, and it probably just is. But that's fine. Is there a hype train? Yeah, we had a sub and a resub. So Twitch was like, alright, time to get people to throw money at the streamer or whatever. I don't really understand the point of all these features on Twitch. But I appreciate money nonetheless. It really does help. You throw money at me, but you're broke. And that's completely fair, by the way. Don't spend your money on me unless you literally have disposable income. I don't want starvation money. Do not choose this over your bowl of rice and beans. Low-key, though, just a straight bowl of rice, beans, and a little bit of onion. It's low-key really good. Super cheap, too. And just literally throw in a ton of seasonings if you want it to taste different. I think it's really helpful that my favorite foods to eat are some of the cheapest foods available. Like, I love rice. I really like beans now. I love onion. And, like, I usually buy, like, cheaper cuts of meat as well. Never like beans. That is unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, onions are peem, as the kids say. Why are you saying that? I'm a hip young lad. I'm allowed to say something is peem. Have I committed a crime, officer? Also, what's up, Muffin? How you doing? They are not peas. I don't like peas. Peas are not peem, actually. The crime of Gen Alpha, true. Honestly, I only even say stuff like that because I know it it gets my girlfriend like just eye rolling at me, and I always enjoy just getting her to react to the stupidest things. I'm very glad that the person who I love very dearly in my life is internet poisoned enough to understand whenever I say stuff like that and doesn't just immediately go like, "What?" Shoutouts to women, especially women from the internet. They're so cool. True, true. Unfortunately, I am not women from the internet, but I feel like guy from the screen works just as well. I'm just a dude digging some blocks. I'm the only good one. That's not true. Wowie exists. Also, what's up, Gary? How you doing? Wowie's from Iowa? That's not true. He is not from Iowa. Oh my goodness. Imagine. Then explain the corn. Look, he's from the Midwest. So, like, he's allowed to like corn. That's Iowa. Iowa is not the only state in the Midwest. Oh my goodness, guys. You just learned about what, WarioWare? It's the best way to explain the game. Is it? Woke WarioWare. That sounds like Nintendo's been infected with disease. They would never. I assume you're not talking about an actual WarioWare game. Let's see. Mindwave. Just the name alone is Thorwave coded. Okay, this looks like this looks like woke WarioWare. Actually, you know what? You're right. You are in fact correct. It's just that is a very silly way to describe a game. Oh man. By the way, I think we talked about this last stream, but I know that some of the people who are watching currently probably didn't hear about it or were like all tapped when we discussed it, but you know, I've been thinking about what to do with this project once we reach either Y8 or Y0. And there's two ways that we could go about it. I think the way I was thinking at first was just do what I'm doing now, basically the ring system, but go like down instead of up. So it'd be kind of like a quarry or reverse pyramid, whatever you want to call it. I think that would look pretty cool visually. But, I mean, another idea was to possibly do something similar to what we did in the first time that I've ever attempted the chunk digging, which was pick a chunk, dig all the way down, and then pick a new chunk, start over kind of deal. The only reservations I really have about it, all the way down in spiral pattern, dig all the way up. Sorry, I already have seen the way up. I don't need to play that again. No, but well, okay, there's like multiple ways to do it. But like we could either do like the like quarry method, we could do the chunk at a time method, either in an organized way or in a completely chaotic way. A funny idea I thought of was like literally just RNG spin the wheel type picking of like assign each chunk a number and you just literally spin a wheel and then you dig that chunk and it'll just become a chaotic mess. You know, until you actually finish it, of course. I think actually never mind. How are you gonna figure out the chunks? Coordinates? Yeah. I mean, it's still gonna be arbitrary, but like, I just pick a corner and then label one edge of it 1 through 32, and then just go down from there until I reach, you know, the other corner, which will be 1024. What's up, buddy? How are you doing? Hey, he's not your friend, he's our friend, comrade. Sorry. Anyways, you're okay? That is, in fact, that is true. But yeah, I don't know. Any feedback on that idea or just ideas in general about that would be very appreciated. Your score farming has gone awful. Uh-oh. Retries. No, no, no. Retry button needs to be skinned out. Retry keybind needs to be moved all the way to a random corner. The RNG method seems kind of peem. I think one good aspect of the RNG method, like in terms of the stream, is that it would make it as the kids need these days, it is engagement building. Because we love engagement and watch time retention, don't we, guys? Have people gamble on what chunk will be next. I'm not sure how feasible that is. Because, you know, there's literally 1,024 options. Five million gift subs. I don't know about that one. I don't know. I don't think I will be giving 5 million gift subs away. Not unless literally everyone in the country loves chunk mining now. Yeah, the stream volume low or gambling on what Trump does next. Close enough. However, we were not actually talking politics this time. A lottery. But yeah, I don't know. I think I did see someone mention to me, once again ignoring the inherent political messages of chunk mining. Look, it is not me who needs to discover the political message of what I'm doing here. It is up to the viewer's interpretation of what I'm doing here today. Wispy's a chill guy. He's been in my streams a lot, and he's a good acquaintance of mine, a good friend. He also is a good player on Osu and a good mapper as well. So basically, he's like one of those guys that you're just like, wow, he's just chill. He's just a guy. Yes, he is also the mapper of Blimp. So yeah. I've known him for a few years now because I remember back when he would do hidden Nightcore farming on hard modes. Oh boy, copy pasta. Whatever, I'll let Wispy go. Yeah. Thank you, Ryan. I mean Ferret. I mean Wispy. I'm pretty sure it's Ryuke who said that. Ryan Kwan. Yeah, it's about Matthew. My favorite child exploiter of work in the Usu community. He has 10 kids in the mines right now. 12 hours a day. That's why he has 5 Bugattis. Definitely Ryan. Matthew does not have $1 quadrillion, or else he would not be playing on a wooden chair. Or maybe Matthew spent all of his money on Bugattis instead of getting a chair. Maybe he just has different priorities. You know what? Honestly, having 5 Bugattis is definitely better than having a comfortable chair. Wait, guys. Imagine using a Bugatti as your gaming chair. Anyways. Your #1 op made this emo. What's wrong with Mornis? I don't really know Mornis that well, but I see him around sometimes. I see. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm sure I'm sure there's people who have done the same to him. I think generally people who block others for being annoying might not be so clean themselves. I personally don't have anyone blocked on anything. Well, except Elon Musk on Twitter, but that's just the first thing you do when you log in, so. So why can I not? Oh, I was like looking away and I'm like, why can I not get up? It's like, oh, because you literally can't. Also, let me see something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. Alright, there's not really a point to make a wall here. Here, if it makes you guys feel any better, I don't think you guys understand how many people actually have blocked me on Twitter for thinking that I'm annoying as well. I personally disagree, but I can also just be like, you know, it's fine. But I have been explicitly told by multiple people that they have me blocked because they think I am annoying. So, it is what it is, you know? I think what it is, I will be honest, I think the main crux of why people have thought I was annoying was because of my Usu tweeting, especially in 2021, 2022. I mean, you guys are aware, most likely, of my tweets from that time period. I definitely tweeted very often, very weird, sometimes crazy things. But you were not aware? Oh boy. 5 minutes, no soda. Loki, I don't even remember that, but it's probably just something stupid. Yeah. Okay, actually, there's 2 classes of people who have... Oh, that one! Okay, that is a good one. There's 2 classes of people that have me blocked, and, so one of them is people who think I'm annoying, which is... That's very subjective and fair. Like, I don't really mind, because if you think I'm annoying, I don't want to interact with you, you know what I mean? That's not, like, a loss to me, I guess, is the best way to put it. But another Another funnier case of people blocking me is mapping Twitter, OC mapping Twitter. A lot of mappers have me blocked on Twitter, mainly modern, almost exclusively modern mappers, for the sole purpose of that I have expressed many times that I do not like modern maps, and have made it very clear that I think they are just not good maps. And people have taken very, like, I literally, someone showed me what someone said about me one time, and I was just like, wow. Like, I insulted their map, and I get it. That can hurt. I will admit that I could have been a little nicer about how I said that their map was garbage to play and not fun in concept or execution. Oh, Wafer is not one of those guys. I actually like Wafer, and he did follow me on Twitter for a time. Wafer is actually chill. It's not Wafer. Wafer is... He's a unique mapper, I will say that. I don't like a lot of his maps. But... a lot of OC mappers have really fragile egos, kind of crazy. I mean, look, I will say this. I do think that sometimes I was very unfair in my criticism, in terms of, like, you know, maybe I shouldn't have said that their map was literally the worst thing I played that year. But on the other hand, I do think if you take offense to a random player who says your map is bad, and you can't see in any way, shape, or form how someone could dislike your map, you know, it is what it is. And also, again, like, I don't feel like I'm missing anything not being mutual or friends with anyone who struggles with that. You know who's a good friend of mine whose maps I generally have not liked? Wowie. A lot of Wowie's maps I actually used to really hate. But, like, we were friends in spite of that. Like, it didn't matter. Wowie is one of my favorite guys. He's just a really, really great guy. I don't know how many of you guys remember the oh man, what am I saying? I don't know how oh my god, I can't speak. I can't speak. I can't stream anymore. No, but if you guys remember in 2019, me and Wowie actually met up in person. It was really cool to meet him. I hope I get to see him again, maybe this year? I don't know. He said he could possibly come to Salt Lake. But we'll see. Pixel, that was Mighty Duck, not me. You're thinking of the wrong Arab dude. Sorry, Pixel. Dutch traffic tickets. Oh man, that was a funny saga. Wowie is now banned from the Netherlands. But yeah. Uh, I don't think Wowie has a six-pack. He's just a dude. He's actually inside your computer right now, by the way. He's inside of all of your guys' computer. I mean, you guys know. Not that there's no pictures of me out there on the internet, there are, but I've not really shown myself very much online. That could change. I do plan on possibly meeting up with a few people this year. People that I've known on OSU mainly. It'd be pretty cool. I'm trying to get outside more. Or at least get outside more when it's not just for work. Have I met up with a top touchscreen player yet? Oh boy. What a great question. I really hope I get to meet a top touchscreen player one day. That would be so epic. Alright, let me see. I need to do 2 more runarounds. Because I think that's 10. Yeah. Oh, hey guys, look. It's the shaved sheep that never grew its hair back or its wool back. What's up? Sorry, buddy. I don't know where any grass is at this point. There could be grass hiding somewhere still, but I wouldn't know where. No, that's not allowed. Let me drink some water. All right. Keep going. Let's keep digging. I think one more. Yep. You do one more run around, and then we can go back to 2x2 for the rest of this ring. Very, very nice. By the way, guys, we are literally at X100 now. We are getting really close to the center. I mean, I can see 0, 0 from here. That's where the furnaces are. Sorry, 1 second. I need to calculate something that just came up in my head. Okay. What line of work are you in, buddy, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, okay. That's cool. But you know, buddy, you made a mistake. I don't know why you just aren't the CEO of Walmart instead. Why be an eye doctor when you could be the CEO of a big company? Have you ever thought about this? So there we go. Finish the 3x2. Very nice. Now we do 2x2. Much better. Yeah, being asked to do stuff that isn't in your job description, terrible. That's when you ask for more pay or leave. Yeah, my job is like that. We are chronically understaffed every single day. We're always working with one less person than we should, but honestly, even some days it's like two people. Because I work in like food service, so like it's just like I think the hardest part about food service without enough people is just people get very upset if they don't get their food in a reasonable amount of time, which is completely understandable, by the way. But they literally won't give us more people or more hours to fix this problem. Oh well. Such is life. Yeah. I would say for your sake, buddy, if you really feel like the job's not worth it, it would be wise of you to look for a different place to work. I mean, money is nice, but if you don't like the people you work with or the job itself, or you feel like you're overworked, then it's not worth it. Not worth it. I see. Hopefully you get the medication and help you need soon. Good luck. And hang in there. For me, unfortunately, I just cannot afford medication, so this is my medication for whatever diseases I have. ADHD? Just do chunk mining. Dying of something, an infectious disease, and I have 2 weeks to live? Chunk mining. It'll cure me. Wow. That's awful. I can only hope that you get the help and meds you need as soon as possible. Even if that doesn't undo the damage that has done. Low-key, I don't know. I feel like I have something that could be wrong with me. But because I can't go to a doctor, I have no idea on what it could be. So, GG. Oh well. Can't go to the doctor due to money. I mean, I don't have health insurance of any kind. And I don't make enough from my job to go see a doctor. So, yep. American moment. USA moment. Don't feel too bad for me though. At least I feel like I'm fine currently. Like, I don't have any disease that is currently killing me, I think. I hope. If I do, then I don't know. But if something happens, yeah, I don't know. But I mean, it's also I'm not the only. I'm not the only person in America that struggles with that. Not even close to the only one. Oh yeah, I mean the family I grew up in, my God. Some of them really could have used some mental help. But because the culture doesn't really believe in mental health as like a thing that you fix with a therapist or pills or literally doing anything to fix your mental woes, they just don't deal with it. And I now, unfortunately, kind of have that in my head too, where it's like, well, if something's wrong with me mentally, it's clearly just on me, and I don't have any way to fix it. Even though I know that it would benefit me probably to talk to someone and seek whatever I need. I feel like I'm not in a bad spot though. Like I think I don't have it as bad as I used to. I for a few years I really struggled with my mental health, but I'm okay right now. It's definitely been a lot better. I'm in a much healthier headspace these days. Even with the world currently exploding. I don't think about that too much every day. And then they ask why you're not happy. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, honestly, I feel like I have other things that I can worry about more. I feel like my mental state is okay enough where I can focus on other priorities. What's up, Zelda? How you doing? And you know, I did say this earlier as a joke that I use the chunk mining as like my medication. But I mean, in some ways, doing stuff like this actually genuinely relaxes me and puts me at ease. And it gives me something to do that keeps me away from the worst of the intrusive thoughts and also like it's just physically not demanding. So I can also just unwind from a long day's work. So in some ways this actually is quite helpful. But obviously like it's just video gaming. It's nothing really special. Yeah. Yeah, I hope everyone here who struggles with any kind of physical or mental uh disease or like dysfunction, I hope that everyone can find the help and everything they need ASAP. Because I know the world, especially these days, is very tough to live in. So it really does not help to have depression when life may also just end up getting harder for us in our lifetimes. Yeah. You know, I I really don't know if I have autism, but like I feel like a lot of my tendencies can lean towards that way. I feel like I shouldn't say that I have that though, because obviously not diagnosed or anything. hmm Man, I used to really struggle with like just existing when I was younger. I don't know if anyone here has ever struggled with this, but when I was younger, I basically was just mute. I would not talk ever. I just couldn't do it. I just always felt too overwhelmed to actually be able to speak. And I don't know. It's something I learned to overcome. Like, I'm much better at it now than I used to. But I mean, what's the heartbreaking news? Good news, we upset America in a taekwondo tournament. Nice. That's a staple sign of autism. Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't shock me. That's why I don't feel like completely uncomfortable with the idea of thinking I'm that way. Because I mean I feel like maybe in some ways it's obvious, but also like with the experiences I had growing up, it's like, well, I literally couldn't speak. That's not like normal. Oh, and this lasted well into my teen years as well, by the way. It was a real problem. But I can speak now, guys. Isn't it incredible? You still don't like talking at all to people in a VC I don't know? Oh yeah, if I just join a random VC, I literally don't say a word. But the thing is that I've actually forced myself to become more social as I've grown up. Basically, because of the fact that I grew up most of my life not being able to speak at all. I'm actually very like social in real life now, but only because I basically have forced myself to do that, so that way I actually learn how to speak to people, you know? Not because I just like speaking to people, I really don't. But it's just a good exercise for me to like be a real human. And also, again, because I don't have any therapy or medication to help, I just kind of have to take it into my own hands to do the best that I can for myself. You remember being told you were autistic by a close person when you were 10? You were against that idea. I mean, yeah, I think when I was younger, I definitely would have hated being told that I was autistic. But then I would also be too unable to actually say anything back or to speak at all. So I would never be able to refute it in the moment. But again, because I grew up in a culture where being autistic isn't like a thing, like you just don't acknowledge it as a real thing. My family just thought like I wasn't wanting, like my family thought like I wasn't trying to be social, or like I purposefully never talk to people on like I would just avoid it. It's like, no, it's just like I would avoid it because it was really hard. Not because I hated talking to people necessarily. It's just like I couldn't. It's a little subtle difference. Because there was times where I wanted to talk to people or say hi and I just couldn't. And it's kind of like a sad feeling. Because I feel like I have the brain of someone who actually does want to be social, but I was not built in a way to actually facilitate that need. I am unfortunately incapable a lot of times to do that. Yeah. Although I think in some ways there's a lot of tendencies that I have like I do enjoy not going out very much, you know, unless I have to for like work, for example. Like I'm not one to really enjoy traveling or going out very far from the home. I kind of like just sitting here doing my own things and just chilling, playing with my little block game. But yeah. So TLDR probably have something somewhere on the spectrum of the tism, but not legally diagnosed, so it's hard for me to actually say. But I think it might be clear whether I can admit it or not. Oh yeah, I love typing. Yeah. It's also funny because I don't feel the same pressure when I'm like online, especially now that I've gotten a little bit better at speaking. Like I can speak while I stream mostly okay. Although I'm sure you guys notice there's long periods of time where I just stop talking while I do this. Part of that is focus, but also part of that is I'm not good at forcing conversation. Like that is still impossible for me. I don't really like talking unless someone speaks first. Which is not really the best trait to have as a Twitch streamer, but that's just how I am. That's just how I am built. I think the only time where I can actually genuinely talk endlessly is when I talk with my girlfriend. It actually becomes a problem because I'll keep talking to her and it's like 1 a.m. and we're both supposed to be asleep. And it's like, but I really want to keep talking to her. But it's okay. It's not a bad problem to have, I think. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. When you find the comfortable people to talk to, then it's like, well, I will now unleash everything. And to be fair, I mean, she does the same thing and frequently does not try to shut it down. So it's not just like a me thing. But yeah. Anyways, digging, chunk mining, blocks. Yeah, that is a common fear of mine where anytime I do talk too much, especially if it's not like with someone I'm really close to, I feel like I made a mistake and have to hang my head in shame and disappear forever. I don't think you are alone in feeling that way. I can definitely understand that. Oh, creeper, creeper. Come here. perfect time to lag spike. No, really. It's okay, though. But if there's anything I learned, Pixel, it really is just in your head. It's very rare that someone is actually just like, will you shut up? I never want to speak to you again because you said 10 things. You know, just to make sure, I'm going to recount this. Oh, not from here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14. Okay. I don't know why, but my brain was like, is this really 14 blocks wide? It is. Let's keep going. I'm not sure how long I'll stream today. I'm honestly mainly just waiting for Goink to come home. So just whenever that happens, I guess. Because she's working a little later today than usual. I don't think that's true, Muffin. Picking up this copper fast. I will just keep mining until I don't feel like mining anymore. I mean, I also probably should get myself something to eat pretty soon here. Just a little snack. I've recently just been making little yogurt treats for myself at home. Just do a portion of whole milk yogurt, throw in some frozen mixed berries, and then little drizzle of honey. Mix it together. It's so good. And it's like not even bad for you either, really. Maybe a little high on sugar, but the whole milk yogurt is pretty good for you. And it is a nice low-calorie thing, too. That's the most important thing. I think I've talked about my weight loss journey the last couple months on stream on occasion. Last few weeks I've been kind of struggling a bit, not necessarily reverting, but kind of just more maintaining weight a little more than I would have liked to. But I'm still down 35 pounds in the last 5 months, so still going good. Just want to make sure I keep making progress. Because I got more to lose. Imagine trying to be healthy. Crazy concept. Honestly, I think one of the more annoying parts of losing weight is just the fact that I'm gonna need to go buy myself new clothes pretty soon here. Money I don't want to spend, even though it's obviously necessary and not a bad, like not for a bad reason. Work clothes. Yeah, I also need a pair of work pants that actually are in the correct size as well, now that I think about it. Time to do yourself a little shopping then, Pixel. That's really funny, because I was actually just about to suggest, why don't you just show up in sweatpants? That, to be fair, at my job, sweatpants is pretty much just an acceptable work attire, because it's food service. It's not anything fancy. Yeah, yeah. In a case like that, when you're actually talking with people that expect a certain expectation, then yeah, you do need to step up. But yeah, otherwise, I think there's nothing inherently wrong with working in basically casual attire. Alright, time to block this up. Yeah, I mean, and also like, yeah, if you're just working like a computer desk job or something, a dress code literally is not like that doesn't need to exist. Like unless you're literally meeting professionally with someone, honestly, even then I feel like as a society we could relax a bit on that kind of thing. I feel like maybe sometime in our lifetime that kind of thing would get more lax because I feel like people of our age group kind of see it for what it is. Like it's just kind of stupid and arbitrary. Yeah. But yeah. Luckily at my work, they don't really care what I wear so long as I wear an apron over whatever I'm wearing because I'm working with food. So, and also that is like the one part of the dress code that we have to follow. I think we're also supposed to wear like certain work shirts and work pants, but like honestly a lot of people or a lot of days rather people get away with not wearing that stuff so long as they wear an apron over it. Yeah. God. Thankfully I don't work at McDonald's. That place sounds truly miserable. Also, I have not eaten at McDonald's in a few months now, maybe like 4 or 5 months. I actually think I just hate McDonald's food. I am in fact still digging. What's up, Optum? How you doing? Yeah, I mean, low key, food service jobs are not easy, like at all. Like you have to be standing for hours at a time without sitting down. And it's not the same kind of standing that you would do at like just like a stand-up desk. Like you're on your feet for literal hours. And then you're also sweating because it's hot in there usually. Like really hot sometimes. And then you're also dealing with people who are literally hungry, so uh they're not at their nicest usually. Yeah. I mean, low key, some days after work, my legs are like just not shaking, but like reaching to that level of just like, God, I cannot stand anymore. Doing the 24-hour challenge to fix your sleep schedule. That never works. I've done it a few times in my life, it just doesn't happen. Hope it goes well for you though. I'm doing good. I'm just chilling and digging. Sick. Okay. Let me wear my headphones a little looser on my head. Not trying to get gamer dent right now. You're chunkery. Are you gonna mine a chunk from me or what? Oh, God. I think the worst part about my job is dealing with, I mean, frankly, dealing with customers in general, but specifically dealing with customers who just don't have time. Like, a common complaint I've seen customers give is that we are taking too long and they need to get to work. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, sometimes I really just want to blurt out like something that's kind of like sass or rude, depending on how you take it. Just like, I'm already at work, buddy. Like, I just think in my head, like, why do you not give yourself enough time to eat your food comfortably? Like, it's not like they're in their lunch break necessarily. Like, it's literally like sometimes before their work day starts. And I only know that because they literally tell me, like, that their work day is about to start. And it's like, I don't really, at least in my opinion, I don't really understand needing to go to a restaurant or something right before you gotta go to work and then getting mad at us if we don't get it out literally as soon as possible. Like, I get it, but at the same time, it's kind of just like, chill. Give yourself more time next time. Wake up a little earlier. You don't need to stress both yourself and me at the same time because of, the fact that you just didn't come in early enough. I feel like food service gets me kind of jaded sometimes, though. I don't know if anyone else here relates, but like, I feel like sometimes I just get like annoyed with people, even though maybe honestly I shouldn't. But at the same time, I feel like, again, because you're working with people who are not at their mental peak because they're hungry, it just really reveals a lot of the worst aspects of people sometimes. Yeah, that too. It's like you're not going to be late by very much, and also if you are going to be late by that much and it affects you, that's not on me. If you're late for 1 minute and you get fired over it, you shouldn't be at a restaurant right before. That's literally on you at that point. Oh, also not this, but I wanted to grab this. Pop off rockets as well. Like, I feel like it's just not on me if you get fired or you get in trouble because you chose to go to a restaurant right before you need to get to work. Yeah, I mean that too. But like, do you understand what I mean? It's like, if you being late means you're getting in trouble or possibly worse because of it, you could make the choice of not coming to a restaurant right before you have to be somewhere. Like, you have to be at work. Like, you can just make breakfast at home or just wake up earlier. And especially, like, the reason I say this is also we usually do give people pretty accurate wait times too. Like, I've actually gotten really good at telling people exactly how long an order will take, even accounting for like mistakes and whatever. Like, unless something really bad happens, like mistake-wise, I've gotten really good at telling people how long it'll be for their order. But then people will get mad anyways if we get it out in that time. Because they don't actually look at how much time elapsed. They just feel like it took like 15 minutes even though we got it out in like 7. I mean, I think the most egregious example of this happened a few months ago at my work, where we told a guy literally 5 minutes for his order. We got it out in 6 minutes. And he was so upset that he went outside, got his wife to come in to yell at us about why the order took so long. First of all, it literally was not long. Like, if you have to wait 6 minutes for something, that's not a long time for really much of anything. Second of all, I mean, like, I don't know, man. Am I insane for thinking that there's literally no reason to get yelled at about that kind of thing? Like, we told you a wait time. We were only off by a single minute. And also, it was 5-6 minutes. Like, that's... I think the complaint was, like, they had somewhere to be. But I really want to just say back, like, you are not telling the truth. You have the time to come in here to yell at us. You clearly don't have anywhere you need to immediately be. If you really had to leave, you would have just left and left a bad review. Like, you guys are just purposefully making up a stink. Yeah. Thankfully, my boss was not in the mood to placate those people. He literally told them, like, we got out your order just about as quickly as we told you it would take. You can leave now. Because we were also, like, literally in the middle of our lunch rush. So a lot of people were already, like, waiting, and we still didn't have that long of a wait time. Usually we have a much longer wait during lunch. Like, they got lucky that it only took 6 minutes. Easily anywhere I go where, like, lunch is a popular option, it's at least a 10 to 15 minute wait. At, like, most restaurants I go to. Yeah, I think they were just having a bad day, or maybe they were having some kind of argument or whatever. But at the same time, like, if you're a good person, you don't do that even when you're really frustrated. I have been frustrated many times in my life. Very frustrated, in fact. But I don't take it out on people who have nothing to do with it and have no control over it. Like, I still remember there was one time where I was just really mad at something that happened in my life. And I also happened to, like, just place an order for food. And I went to pick up the food, and I did not yell at the guys. I actually was like, thank you guys, appreciate it, as always. And then I walked right back out, and then I was, like, you know, I was still mad, but not mad at them, and didn't get mad at them. God. I could never get mad at anyone who works in the service industry of any kind. It's just like, these people are usually trying their best, or at the very least, they're not actively trying to harm you. Honestly, there's been times where my orders have been completely wrong, or just took way longer than they really should have, and I still never, like, caused a stink over it. What I do in cases like that is either I give them only one more chance if it's like a one-off thing and I like their food and service normally, or the smart option, don't go in there again. if you have a really terrible experience at a restaurant or something similar, you just don't go back. You don't need to cause a stink. You just don't give them more money. That's how you harm them in a way that doesn't psychologically damage anyone. Oh yeah, there's been a few times where I've gotten a completely wrong order. I'm like, wait, I actually like this. Like I got something that I would have never tried on my own, but then I was like, wait, this is actually really good. Oh yeah. No. I would never accept an order that like was like both less food and not what I wanted. I have I've gone back to places a few times in my life where I just had to be like, guys, I'm very sorry to do this. I would apologize, even though they made the really big mistake. I'd be like, sorry guys, this is not what I ordered, like, at all. Like, it wasn't even close. Can I please have my order remade to my order, or to order? And usually if you're very nice about it, people have no problems with that, by the way. And again, oh, and here's the thing. Like, if they do get upset or they accuse you or whatever, then the same logic applies. Don't get mad directly at them. Just don't give them your money anymore. That's how you punish people. They give bad service, you don't give them money. It's as simple as that. Yelling at them doesn't do anything. And in fact, it really only justifies some bad behaviors sometimes, really. Depending on the person. Like, there's been times where customers yelled at me, and I just want to do the worst things ever because of it. Like, I want to be more spiteful, more sassy. So it's literally like doing the opposite of what it should if you complain like that. It's just like, yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, and yeah, if you are mad, like, you don't need to get mad at them. You don't need to show them. All that does is make you look like a fool. Like, there's only very rare cases where actually getting mad is an appropriate response at people. And people messing up your food order without it being like allergy related is not one of them. Like, you don't need to yell at people because they made you the wrong food. You can either communicate and be like, hey, I'm sorry, this is not the right order. Can I have the order I paid for? Or, you just don't go there again. You don't give them more money. So they learn. Anyways, yeah, go make your food, Pixel. I'm actually about to get out of here. So you're not going to be missing very much. I do need to get out of here. And yeah, if it's allergy, you absolutely have the right to get mad or frustrated. But only if you communicate the allergy. I've had someone complain about allergy, but only after telling us after the fact, not telling us beforehand. And that's when it's like, dude. Yeah. Alright, but anyways, I should probably get out of here. It is starting to get pretty late, and I do want to get a snack myself. So, have a good one, guys. I'll probably stream earlier tomorrow, and we'll have a good time. Good night. Goodbye.